Welcome to Cubby's Crochet, and today we're going to be learning how to do the half double crochet or HDC. And for today's project you're going to need yarn. I'm using a 5.0 or I hook, maybe a stitch marker. This is what I use for a stitch marker, just a needle and thread, yarn needle, scissors, and a scratch piece of paper and a pen. And I'm going to go ahead and write what you would see on a pattern. So this is also a pattern reading session. 10 plus 2. You don't have to write that down, but I am, so I can keep up kind of. So let's just get started. You're going to take your yarn and make a slip knot. Roll it around your fingers 2 times. Hold your yarn. Take the back loop, put it over your front loop, and grab the piece of yarn in between and pull that right on out and pull your yarn. Now you have a slip knot. Now I have a version of that on my single crochet if you're not getting the hang of it, so you can go back and watch the video previous to this one. So now we're going to chain 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now remember, 10 plus 2, because 10 is how many half double crochets we want to do, and 2 is how many we're going to chain on the end. So total of 12. Now we're going to yarn over, and in the second chain from your hook, this over here doesn't count, so we're going to count 2 over, 1 and 2. So whenever you get your 10 chains, you can do how I do and just pinch your finger there on the 10th, or how many ever you need to do, and then chain 2 on the end, so you know this is your 10th, so the next from your 10th, that's your second chain. So yarn over and go into that chain, yarn over and pull through that loop. Now you're going to have 3 loops on your hook. Yarn over one more time and pull through all 1, 2, 3 loops. Now moving on to our second chain, same thing. Yarn over, go into the next chain, go straight in, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, and pull through all 3 loops. Yarn over, going into the next chain, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, and pull through all 3 loops. Now you've got 1, 2, 3 half double crochets. Yarn over, go into the next chain, yarn over, pulling it on through, yarn over, and go through all 3 loops. Yarn over, in the chain, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, and pull through all 3 loops. And you're going to continue that all the way down until you reach your very last chain. Yarn over, go in your chain, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, through the chain, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through all 3 loops, and now you're on the last one. Unless you're not on your last one, you'll get there. But you know, you can pause the video. And last one, yarn over and pull through all 3 loops. Now you can count to make sure you've got 10 by counting the little bumps here at the top. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And you're going to see this little place over here. That's not a stitch. So once you reach the end, chain 2. 1, 2. And turn your work. Yarn over. Going into the first little space here where our chains come out. Go in there, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, and pull through all 3 loops. Yarn over, going into the next, pull it on through, yarn over, and go through all 3 loops. Yarn over, go in, go through all 3 loops. Now that's 3, and I'm going to go ahead and just finish mine up right quick. 2, I just said 2, no it's not, I can count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and sometimes the last one can be a little tricky if you're crocheting tight. I have a bad habit of doing that. But 10. Now you should have 10 and chain 2. Now the reason why I did say my fingernails won't let me pick things up sometimes, because if I'm going to count backwards now, because I know I have 10, I want to make sure that I have 10 every time, and I want to make sure I know where my end is, because sometimes with the chain it gets kind of strange, kind of like, where do I put my hook in? So counting back, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's where I'm going to put my version of a stitch marker to know that's where my last half double crochet is going to be. And if you need to keep up with your rows, I'm done with row 2, so I'm going to put my little tick marks here. 1, 2. So now you can keep going if you wish for as long as you want to go. You can make a little washcloth or a scarf or whatever it is that you choose to make. I'm stopping right here, and here's our reason for the scissors and our yarn needle. I'm going to cut. I don't need a long piece. Probably, I don't know, 6 or 8 inches. Pull our yarn right on out. I'm going to go ahead and take my stitch marker out because I'm not continuing any further. With our end piece where we first started, thread that through your yarn needle, and going into the very first chain where we started, gently, 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 giving it a little tug so it won't bunch up on the end, and going down the side, just go through there a few times, one side, going down our chain row, that is where we made our 2 chains. And this piece isn't long enough to do a whole lot, and that's okay. That's as far as it's going to let me go. This yarn side isn't going to go anywhere. It's not going to pull out. Yeah, you see me pulling even though I said lightly. But I wanted to pull it down far enough where the little bump in it that was going there, make it disappear. Cut your yarn close to your project without cutting your project. And if you give that a little tug, it'll go bunch right up in there and you can't see your end piece. And the same thing for this side. Thread up our yarn needle. This is how I do it with my fingernails because I can't do it any other way. So we're going to go directly into our the last single crochet. It doesn't matter what side. Give it a little tug. See? You can't really tell that's the end. And going into the side again where you'll see, like, just go into the next stitch and then find the next space, going out and then going into our last. And if yours is longer than this, you don't have to go all the way down the side of your project. I'm just doing it to mine. Give it a little tug. I'm only doing it to mine because my piece is so short. That's why I said you don't have to cut a really, really long piece, just enough where you can sew in and out a few times. Now that that's done, I'm pinching here and I'm going to give it a little tug until it's taut. Not tight, but taut. Snip our yarn close to our project without cutting the project. And giving it a little tug. And if the yarn doesn't go all the way back up in there, that's okay. A little piece sticking out isn't going to hurt anybody. And you can fix it if it doesn't come out. And there you go. You've just made your half double crochet coaster, wash rag, perhaps a scarf. So I'll see you on the next video. And before I forget, if you want to see my next crochet tutorial, please like and subscribe and hit my little bell and you'll get a notification every time I upload a video. I do have, if you're visiting on my page, I do have more videos made, but that's more for advanced. For some, for others it's not that advanced. It's just what I make, what I do, what I love to do. And stick with me and you'll be there in no time. But anyway, until the next time, have a great morning, noon, or night. And God bless you all. Thanks for watching. Bye.